got a dub out here in MetLife. Ends up. Let's go.
Well, that was a very interesting game from the Miami Dolphins as we defeat the New York Jets 34-13 in their house and improve to 8-3 on the season, and the Dolphins currently hold the number 1 seed in the AFC. That is a beautiful thing. A lot to talk about in this game, good and bad, mostly good. But if you're new here and could spare a moment, subscribe to the channel. If not, I understand. First things first is just a shout out to Jalen Phillips. That man is a dog. Unfortunately, he's probably done for the year. McDaniel didn't confirm it in his press conference tonight, but, you could tell by looking at it that that's most likely a season ender for Jalen Phillips. So that's a hard one to swallow. But as far as the team goes, we've been pretty blessed with not getting too many injuries so far this year that have kept players out for extended periods. So, it's going to have to be next man up, right? So that'll be Agba and Van Ginkel. But for now, let's talk about the game we've seen here today, and let's get the most important, or the thing that most people are going to talk about out of the way first, and that is the interceptions from Mr. Tua Tagovailoa, who, in my opinion, I thought played a pretty damn good game. I mean, for me, going into this game, the Jets, in my opinion, are a top 2 defense, possibly the top defense in the NFL. They're very physical, their corners are good, and we were on the road. That's the exact type of game that our offense has typically struggled against this year. And I felt like today, the offense dictated the play and pretty much owned this game. Now, that one play, that pick 6, that's a game changer. You can't have that. And I am not a Tua defense man or anything. That was a horrible throw. I mean, he looked to his left and then just threw it to the right without even thinking if the receiver was going to be open or not. And it was just a boneheaded play, goes back for 6. But we have to address the fact that we had the ball at our own 20 or our own 15 with a minute left and no timeouts, up 10-0 against a team that I don't even know if to that point they'd gotten more than 1 first down. I mean, you knew your defense had them. You knew it. And to try and force the issue in that situation is the one complaint I have about Mike McDaniel today. Nothing to do with passing on 3rd and 1. I don't give a fuck what you do on 3rd and short if you get the first down most of the time, or at least a decent amount of the time. Look, in my opinion, the Dolphins have been okay on 3rd downs this year. I'm not going to kill them. But if they get to 3rd and short and pass and it doesn't work, I could live with that. What I can't live with is letting the other team back in the game when you have them, you got them by the balls, and you let them get back in the game with a silly play like that. And then the next drive, you don't cut your losses. You try to force the issue again. And, of course, Reed just made a great play on that pass. And the Jets get the ball back. And then one of the most beautiful plays that I have ever seen, a Hail Mary from the Jets, picked off by Javon Holland. He goes back for his first career NFL touchdown, 99-yard pick 6. That was awesome. And, at the end, it was almost worth the 2 interceptions, right? But other than that, the offense really did control this game. We were running all over them, which I found impressive with our injured offensive line. We were getting great push, and one great thing, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I'm pretty sure there was only 1 penalty on the offense in that entire game. I mean, that to me was what kept this team alive and was the major reason the team dominated to the level that they did, was the fact that we stayed disciplined, we got our push, and those runs towards the end, they were going for 5 to 10 a pop until Raheem finally broke one for a touchdown. I mean, the Dolphins bullied the New York Jets today. The score, it wasn't even as close as the score says it was. I mean, the Dolphins should have scored on their opening drive. This game should have ended 41 to fucking 6. But honestly, it really should have. And the Dolphins really owned it on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball. Speaking of Tim Boyle's first start, and it kind of went how I predicted. If you listen to my prediction video, I expected the Jets to get around 10 points, and that's kind of where they ended off, you know. One offensive touchdown in the entire game, and that was garbage time. And really, that was it. The defense was getting there. D-line forcing sacks. Got a couple interceptions in there. Didn't even notice Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey for pretty much the entire game. And that tells me that it was clamps on the outside of that field. And even then so, it was clamps on the inside. I mean, at the beginning of the season, teams were killing us by doing little dump-off passes and getting 10 yards off of that over and over again. Not today. I mean, he tried to throw those checkdowns to Breece Hall probably 6 or 7 times for a total of about 2 yards, if even. I mean, the Dolphins really owned it on the defensive side of the ball. And if they could keep that up, that's a Super Bowl level defense. And I know just Tim Boyle, whatever the fuck his name is, and just the New York Jets. I mean, come on. Just beautiful, because a lot of people thought this game was going to be close. I mean, Jets fans were really going into this game thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be different. Tim Boyle, he knows Hackett's system, yada yada. Yeah, that didn't mean shit. I mean, even the Jets owner, Woody Johnson, tweeted the last time Miami was here, and then put a video up of, what was it, week 3 or week 4 last year, when Skylar Thompson had to come in, and the Jets absolutely whopped the Dolphins, who couldn't move the ball at all. Well, that favor was returned tenfold, as Woody Johnson and his stupid fucking chain and his fans are all leaving the stadium sad. That being said, shout out to Jets Talk Radio, one of my favorite NFL channels on the platform. I'm sorry it had to be like this. I really am. I'm so sorry. But it is a beautiful thing for the Miami Dolphins to get a convincing win on Black Friday. And, you know, it is what it is, right? What else is there to celebrate other than the Miami Dolphins getting a win on Black Friday? And this Sunday, we ain't got shit to worry about because our game's over. All right? And next thing you know, we're going to be sitting there Sunday watching the Bills, and hopefully they get smacked up by the Philadelphia Eagles, and we just continue that, extending that lead in the AFC East. Man, I'll be rooting for the Eagles hard this week. I fucking hate their coach, Nick Sirianni, and how he's talks shit to fans and acts like he's doing something. Fuck him. But not fuck him this week. Hopefully he pulls out his nuts and smacks it all over the Bills, and the Dolphins continue this stranglehold on the AFC East, because right now at 8-3, this is our chance. And I don't know if this is a Super Bowl team, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you. It's hard to tell, but what I will say is that there are cranks in the armor in the entire AFC, if you look at it. The Chiefs ain't perfect. The the Ravens are probably the closest team to perfect, and I like the Dolphins' chances in a playoff game against Baltimore, I tell you that much. I mean, I don't love our chances, but I think the Dolphins could beat them. And, you know, once you get to that Super Bowl, man, you never know. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking Super Bowl too early, but the Miami Dolphins win, improved to 8-3 on the season, and, you know, I'll see you later on in the week. Enjoy the rest of your Black Friday. Sorry this video is coming out late, by the way. I got stuck doing some shit, but, you know, go enjoy those Thanksgiving leftovers, alright, but not too many, you know. You don't want to stack up the big calories 2 days in a row, alright. You're not gonna feel good, and, you know, if you ate too much, you know, you don't need me fucking lecturing you. I'm fucking getting out of here. Fins the fuck up. And the fucking Jets stink.